Welcome to another episode of the Wrestling Bar. This is your co-host, The Funk, with your co-host, Picota.
Yeah.
If you're watching us or listening to us, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, the notification bell button too, so you don't miss any episodes. Share, comment, please, if you have any questions on YouTube. We're looking forward to answer those. So trying to interact with people watching the shows. What do you want to talk about, Picota?
Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about Ron Killings.
Ron R-Truth Killings.
R-Truth is dead. Ron Killings
God.
is in. Put some respect on my name.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I was shocked by the segment on Monday Night Raw. His speech. Going all serious with Ron Killings. I was a bit confused the day or nights before because they were selling new merchandise for him and they posted in social media Ron Killings instead of R-Truth. So I didn't know where they were going with this. And then he comes out and says what he said, right? I'm Ron Killings, and then he cuts his hair. I mean, I was shocked. I enjoyed it. I was entertained, right, by the segment. But I'm worried.
Why?
I am worried because this is like, you remember when Coca-Cola changed its formula?
Right.
And then they had to backtrack and say, oh, Coca-Cola Classic, because we screwed up, right? Everyone loved Coca-Cola. Everyone loved Coke. And then for whatever reason, they changed the formula and then they messed up, right? I'm worried, right, that WWE is doing that. Why would you take a successful character or gimmick or product, right? It's a product, right?
Right.
A successful product that everyone loves, that when you release him or when you announce or when he announced that he was not going to renew the contract, everyone went to the streets, right? Everyone went and got their signs. We want truth to social media, and we spam them, and we talk about it here in the podcast, and we call our senators and our House representatives. We make some noise, right? Why would you take a character like that, which is successful even when you have used it limited, very few times in the past couple of years, whatever, but that every time you use it, he create amazing moments that we cherish, that we love.
Right.
Why would you? And he's 53 years old.
Correct.
He doesn't have a long runway in his career, right? It's not like a career change now, gimmick change. In the next 10 years, this character is going to do. Why would you take that risk if I'm WWE or TKO or Triple H? I have this great product that everyone loves. Why would I go and change that now?
Well, Triple H fired him. First of all, he shouldn't have fired him.
Yes.
Let's address the elephant in the room.
Big mistake.
Okay. So they let him go. They shouldn't have. It basically took the yes movement.
Yes.
To give him a contract back. He made a massive impact, right? When he got involved in the match at Money in the Bank. He screwed Cena.
Yep.
Right? Which that would show you that maybe he's trying to potentially, in this Ron Killings image, mimic Cody as his new idol. There's multiple angles that you can maneuver around with this Ron Killings dramatic transformation. But they shouldn't have let him go. So they don't feel as though, obviously, Triple H and creative didn't feel as though it was a risk for him to change his character. Because guess what? If it doesn't work very soon, they can fire him again.
Yeah, yeah, we don't know how long his new contract is for. It
Right.
could be 6 months. It could be
Right.
3 months, right? We don't
Right.
know that.
But the truth
The truth,
shall set us free.
pun intended.
Okay. And I like being entertained. And he entertained. He had 1.6 million views during that segment alone for the show. It's those types of moments that will make a 2.5 hour long show worth watching. And that's what he's doing. I don't care, face or heel. When he was doing Little Jimmy, man, and he was smoking cigarettes and everything else back in the day and throwing drinks on people, man, let me tell you, I was cheering, brother.
Oh
I
yeah,
was I was so happy. Bro, he smoked a cigarette in an
yeah,
arena.
yeah, yeah,
He should have won the championship then. He had
yeah.
a Confederate outfit on. I'm
He
just
should
saying,
have. He should have.
these are the types of things that he's done to go above and beyond our truth, right? So I'm quite okay with him having that type of creative control. This is not
And yeah, maybe it's because it's the entertainment industry. Is it's a whole different. I just see the risk, right? And you know how hard it is to get over as a baby face.
right.
Very few people can
Very
really get over as a baby face.
true.
And
True.
truth.
That's the truth. But yes, absolutely. It is. But I mean, okay, he got over with the crowd, but guess what? Guess what you did to him? Okay, he got over with the crowd. He became a US champion. Okay. You gave him a 24. Your response to him going over with the crowd like this was the 24/7 title 52 times.
Yeah.
You've done nothing with him as an in-ring talent. Let's keep it real.
Yes.
He went to another promotion and became world champ. Well, he was in another promotion and became world champ.
TNA.
Like, right. Was he end up? I think he was NWA champion as well, if I'm
No,
not
well,
mistaken.
TNA originally had the NWA
Okay.
World
Okay.
Heavyweight
Right.
Championship. That was their title, their
There
subtitle.
we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Um, so you've done nothing with him as a talent for the last 10 years. Let's be real.
True.
The most significant thing you've done with him is make him a tag team person, comic relief, and a basic mid-card performer.
But they have used him well every time.
No, no, no.
If you see
You
Judgment
talk about
Day,
no,
Judgment
no,
Day,
no, no.
remember, it's not only about titles and wins.
And
It's not about that.
that moment they created with the Judgment Day was amazing. I still have the T-shirt. I'm not wearing a T-shirt today right now. I actually was gonna wear it today for the show, but I'm not gonna do it for the show because Ron Killings is here and my merch isn't here yet. Okay, our truth is dead, and I had to go along with the gimmick. I was literally gonna wear it. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But my point is, when you talked about, you just said it. How hard is it for people to really get over with the crowd? Throw the belt on them. What's wrong with you? You
Yeah,
got
yeah,
two.
but I get what you say, but I do have a different perspective, right? It's a show, it's entertainment. To me, you don't have to be a champion to be successful in WWE. You have to be on TV, you have to be entertaining, you have to draw people's eyes, right, to watch the product and get social media engagement. That's what and sell merchandise, right? That's what makes you successful. A
That's
championship, I don't need everyone that is good, really good at their job to be a champion.
for the heels. For
Here's the
the
baby
baby,
faces.
no, no, no. For the baby faces, I'm telling you, if I know, okay, for example, we talked about Jey Uso, right? For years and years, he was going by the name of Main Event for years, right? And never won a main event. I said it on this podcast,
Yep.
and I dogged him out for it. He finally became main event Jey Uso and went over more than ever, regardless of how you feel about him, right? He won at the Royal Rumble. What I'm telling you is people are going to get bored with your product if for example, we always know, okay, he's gonna poop on the big one. It's like Drew McIntyre right now. We know Drew McIntyre is not going to be anywhere near a title right now. You can put him back in there tomorrow. He's not going to win the title. I'm just being honest, right? What happened? Elimination Chamber. He was the first eliminated, talking all that trash.
Yeah, that's crap. That's
No, I'm
crap.
just saying. Over time, you do that for a decade. You keep doing that for a decade. You're going to be a stale product. I don't care if you're the baby face of the company. It's going to look lame. It's not going to look believable. It's not going to be. You're not going to give me a twist and a turn. Does that make sense? Over time, people get tired. Shawn Michaels said it. People get tired of just seeing people just punch each other in the face.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
want to see it.
and I get it. And with someone like Drew McIntyre, they shouldn't do that, right? Because he is Drew McIntyre. He's young. He's bigger than most. He can do the microphone. He can do the ring stuff. He's a total package, right? I
But
would put him as
Triple
the
H has been
face.
doing.
Say that
This is
again?
what Triple H has been doing
Yeah.
since
I,
he's taken over,
I
and it's
would I would put him as the face of the company, right? But our truth, I mean, he's 53 years old.
right. Why not let him have a heel run? Look, the other show that we talk about on Wednesdays is over here letting us have a learning tree every 5 minutes. Right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm divided. I guess I'm not. Yeah, I'm not totally against it. I'm divided. A big part of me is like, hey, I want just to enjoy our truth for 3 more years, 5 more years, however long he wants to be there, and have those moments that we still cherish. Another
Look,
part of me is like, okay, he probably as an artist, right, wants to try
yeah,
something different, right, and create different stories.
like his mentor,
Yeah,
John
like
Cena.
maybe John Cena is doing now, right, with the heel turn.
Yeah,
But again, it's a big damn risk. I, for example, don't think that the John Cena heel turn it's panning out as they envision it. I don't think it's sticking as well as they thought it would,
it's
and
not
there's a big
supposed to
risk that
stick.
Rock Hills will be the same.
It's not supposed to stick. It's supposed to give you a feeling. My brother, we have talked about John Cena more in these last 4 months than we have in the last 5 years.
Well, because he was semi-retired, he's back and he's a
No,
champion.
no,
Of course, we're gonna
no,
talk
no, it's
about him.
not that. It's not that, my friend. It's the journey that he took you on. That's why you feel that. I'm telling you why you feel the way you feel. The feelings. He made you have feelings in pro wrestling again. Okay. He stole something from you like he told you he did. He's going to steal something. That's what he's going to do. It's great. And I'll be honest with you, Cody Rhodes would not have been able to survive a RKO out of nowhere, right? Like he just did. And the CM Punk issue, right? That just started. It it makes sense. And
Yeah,
and just let it ride. It's just a money grab. And you got to just see money grabs for what they are.
I don't know.
And if
We'll have to agree to disagree, Picota.
yeah, yeah, I'm loving it. As long as Cody doesn't have the title, I could give two craps about how this title goes. I don't care if it switches every 5 minutes. As long as Cody's not in there and he's doing his over the top stuff, I'm good.
Well, I
I'm
am
so
still looking forward to see how the Ron Killings arc develops.
yes,
See what happens with one of our favorites,
Ron Cena
Ron
versus
Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah.
One more
Uh,
time.
Looking forward to that. And Raw was fire. I loved the whole show on Monday. I really did. The matches were top notch. The talent involved, the segments, the stories developing. I really love the show. I think it has been the best one, at least this year.
I don't. The only feedback I got a little bit of feedback, but not tons. I don't like all these fatal four ways and triple threats for things for qualifiers for certain ones for like Money in the Bank. I didn't really like it because of all the issues and the drama. We talked about the Naomi match. Of course, Zoe Stark, she's injured. I just don't like all that. I mean, if you're talking about being the queen or the king of the ring, like you need to be able to have single rivalries. Let some tomfoolery happen outside of the ring. Like, for example, the Fatal Four Way with the women's, where Raquel Rodriguez rolled up on Rhea Ripley, right? That
Mm,
could have happened in a singles match if she just fought Liv Morgan, right?
right.
I'm just saying, like, give us a little bit of more mystery. Give us a little bit more story. I feel like you just push things together just to say you got it through, and you really could milk some of this story for what it is, and people will be engaged. You don't have to rush a Saudi show like that, and Saudi's gonna sell. People love Saudi.
I think it was a great show. And even though they spoiled Asuka's return
Yeah, that was bad.
in the tournament,
And Randy Orton's.
Randy Orton has been gone since Backlash. I haven't seen him. I don't feel like gone. We know he's okay. He's active, but
You could have left him as a question mark, like you
right.
had with Raw, right? And then
True.
all of a sudden, the voices show up.
True.
He gets a massive pop, like he always does.
Who do you think is gonna be the mystery person entering the men's King of the Ring tournament?
I know you love this guy. I'll say give him a shot. I'll throw Karen Cross in there.
TikTok.
I would throw him in there.
Oh
I would
yeah.
throw him in there, or I would throw maybe. No, it sounds stupid, but just to get that pop, I would do it. I would throw Joe Hendry in there. I
Joe
said your
Hendry.
name, so you need to appear.
Joe
Yes,
Hendry. Okay.
I would throw him in there. Hell yeah, I throw him in there. He gonna lose, but that's
Yeah.
fine. Lose, bro. We need because guess what? That's getting you one more step closer to John Cena. I really want him and John Cena to fight. Um,
I wouldn't use Joe Hendry for that because I think that that would be a wasted spot. He's gonna definitely lose, and everyone will know it.
yeah,
Karen Cross, I would take him all the way to the finals with Sami Zayn.
of course.
I will absolutely do that. Give that man a chance. Give
I
that
would
man a
want
chance.
Rusev. I think Rusev to be king of the ring, or
Things too
you
early,
got
don't you think? He just came
nah,
back,
nah, man. He needs to redeem himself.
and he will go against Cena or Gunther if he
Let him fight
wins.
Gunther. Let him fight Gunther. That's
Heel
cool.
versus heel.
Not heel versus heel. We don't necessarily know. Uh, Gunther's been acting more face lately, anyway. To
Well,
be honest,
not after making Jey Uso Jeet tap
dope. That
out.
was dope. That
That
was
was
dope.
that was
That was dope.
amazing. That
But
was good. Jey Uso should have never been champion. I said it before, and I'll say it again. He should have never been champion. And if he got that title, as you said, he should have done the replica G title, which they didn't do, and he should have lost it like the next week or the following day.
I'm with it. That's all I said. I said just get the title and sell it online because y'all sell so much other stuff that we don't necessarily want.
Yeah.
I wanted the Yeet title, like for real. I got one, but it's not the official one from WWE Shop, so I won't put it up here. Um, but yeah,
So
I'm
that
down. I want Sammy versus Gunther. We've seen that fight before for the world heavyweight. It was good,
it was very good.
but I think Gunther gonna get the one up on him this time. He don't care. It's Gunther this time. Um,
Maybe. Well, that was Raw. That was Raw. We watched NXT last night.
yeah,
My God, I'll be honest. I stopped watching the show when Top Flopper AJ Francis showed up on my screen. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm done with this show.
I fast forwarded the segment.
Oh my
That's
God. My God.
that's segment
The
trash.
only other person I do that with is Mike Bailey on AEW. I just skip every match that he's on or every segment he's on. I just
Well,
skip it.
you know why. We have to give the fans a background. So in 2023,
Four? 2024.
2024,
Yeah, 2024.
2024 WrestleMania, The Funk lost to speedball Mike Bailey at WrestleMania on his WrestleMania picks.
No,
And that's why he does not like speedball
no.
Mike Bailey.
Dan picked those points. He didn't pick confidence points.
Speedball Mike Bailey endorsed the Wrestling Bar chat. He acknowledged members in this chat. He did an interview with us, and we have it all on. We have it all out there. He
Yep,
challenged the Funk to a match, and the Funk lost.
yep.
Okay, so the
We,
Funk
we
lost, and that's why he cannot stand Speedball Mike Bailey. Speedball, I would love to interview you. Come to the Wrestling Bar. It could just be me and you talking. Bump the Funk. We'll push him to the side for a minute.
oh my
Uh,
God, oh my
we will
God,
not stop any endorsements here by any pro wrestlers. We love interviews by anybody. We'll interview anybody. We don't
oh
even
my
care.
God, oh my God.
Um,
Gene Cornette loves Mike Bailey.
he's,
My
he's very athletic. He can move. He's good in the ring.
God,
He
but he
can't.
looks like a chipmunk, and he's like the defective clone of Ricky Steamboat
That's
that
what he reminds
that
me of.
shouldn't have lived.
And you know what? I loved Ricky Steamboat as a kid,
Oh
right?
yeah, I love him too. I love the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, but he
Yeah,
looked like something.
yeah.
Mike Bailey doesn't. I call him Spitball. Spitball. I digress. So NXT, the only part I love about NXT this week was that EC Dame said Brooke Jensen
Yeah,
is weak and feeble. And
yeah,
no truer words have ever been said on that show.
yeah.
I hope they release him from NXT from WWE. What a bomb! What a bomb! And it's funny that they did an angle where they released him before, and it was an angle. It
Yeah,
should come true now. He's a bomb.
I agree. He can't connect with the fans. He's not great in the ring. I don't know what's up with your look these days. You just look really distraught.
Yeah.
I didn't really like you from the start, to be honest with you. Um, that's
And
just me.
and talking about firing people, how about and we can do it now. We can start now. We can continue later in another episode. How about we go over the NXT roster,
Okay.
and we're gonna have different opinions, I'm sure, right?
Sure.
But we're gonna put a label on each superstar or rookie, however you call them, and
All
it's
right.
gonna be a keep or fire.
All right.
This is not an original idea.
Right.
I do listen a lot to Gene Cornette's podcast, The Drive Through, and
Okay.
the Cornette Experience, or the
Yeah.
Experience, the Gene Cornette Experience.
Okay.
Love those guys. Brian Last, shout out to Brian Last and Gene Cornette. If you ever see this
Yeah.
or listen to this, big fan here. And they've been doing it with the AEW roster. It took him
Right.
3 full episodes because the roster is like 700 people. So I think we're gonna have better luck with the NXT
Yeah.
roster. It's smaller. Let's start with the champions.
Oba Femi, keep.
Oba Femi, keep, absolutely keep. Who
Jason Jane,
keep,
keep.
keep, and why not enthusiastically keep?
Because I don't think that as a singles competitor, she can hold her own.
Okay,
I definitely think in a faction, she's done very well,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
She was the odd to me when you talk about toxic attraction, she was third place.
She was.
And now this one with Fallon Henley, this new faction, Fatal Influence,
Fatal
she,
influence.
she's good. She's good in the ring. She's safe in the ring. I don't see her headlining WrestleMania and beating Rhea Ripley. That's
I,
how I feel
I
about
actually
it.
see Fallon Henley as a bigger star than her
Yeah,
in that faction.
there you go.
So, but you still keep her. You give her a different role, right? But you still keep her.
Yeah, I'll keep you in the mid card.
Yeah,
You're not gonna go fight Rhea though.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
Ethan Page,
Ethan Page, I'll keep him.
I'm gonna keep him.
Yeah,
He creates
he
the most.
yeah he's good in the microphone I don't like, and we're gonna go into that. I don't like AEW rejects in
Yeah,
WWE the same way I don't like WWE rejects in AEW.
yeah,
So, but he is good, and he's in the mid card, right? Champion in the mid
right,
card.
right.
I'm okay with that.
I wouldn't call him a reject just because their roster is just so big and they don't do anything with pretty much anybody over there.
True, true,
Um,
true. But he was a
so
failed experiment, I guess, or
yeah,
he was not successful for whatever reason, right? He was
right,
not successful in AEW.
right.
Yeah,
So Ruka, I'd keep her.
absolutely. She's athletic. She's gonna be a superstar.
Yeah, yeah. I
Big
can see
star.
her really. She's
Big,
got 2 titles. I think she's speed champion too, or was speed champion.
yeah.
Um,
And, and,
women's
and,
North
and
American.
she got the second best finisher in the business.
That thing was awesome.
That thing is
Uh,
after the RKO, that thing she
yeah,
does, it's amazing.
yeah, yeah. That was pretty good. Noam Dar, I'm
Uh,
keeping him.
absolute him, keep him. Yeah,
Keep him.
he's
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 great.
he's great. Every time he's on TV, he maximizes his minutes. He's great.
Yeah, yeah. That metaphor was dope. All right, I know Hank and Tank.
I would fire them as I walk into the door if I'm
Yeah.
taking, if I'm given the job to do so. I would be walking, and before I even sit down, I said, Hank and Tank, you're fired.
We had the last two, Nathan Fraser and Axiom, and then you follow up with this nonsense. Yeah, okay.
No, two
Yeah,
jobbers, two, but
yeah,
and it's bad for Tank because he wasn't that bad. He has some energy, he
yeah,
maybe he could be something, but Hank has just dragged him down to his
yeah,
level of incompetence, and and I would just I just couldn't stop thinking about Hank when I see Tank anymore, so I will have
yeah.
to let them both go goodbye. Next episode, NXT roster review, keep or fire, starting with the A. Hopefully, we
Yeah.
can just go straight to that topic and get it done in one episode.
All
But
right.
from the champions, what do we have? Obafemi,
Obafemi, keep. JC Jane, keep.
keep. Maybe not on that role, but keep. Definitely keep.
Yeah. Ethan Page, keep.
Keep.
Sol Ruka, keep.
Keep. Absolutely.
Noam Dar, keep.
Keep.
And Hank and Tank, let them go.
Goodbye.